Are the Chicago Bears done making moves to their roster now that we are gotten past the draft and free agency? So let's talk about it, people. What is going on? Y'all, Faiz Sports back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you click the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so I want to talk about if the Bears roster is pretty much finalized at this point because we have gotten past free agency. We're done with the draft, and the roster looks pretty set, okay? So let's take a look at it. Here's the depth chart for the Bears, and we'll just go through position by position, and I'll tell you if I feel comfortable with that position group or if we need to still add to it this offseason. So we start, obviously, at the top with the quarterback position, and you have Caleb Williams, the rookie quarterback, #1 overall pick, as your starter, of course. And then his backup, we have Tyson Bagent. And then you got Brett Rippon, and then you have Austin Reed, who you signed as a UDFA undrafted free agent. So obviously having Caleb there, he is the future. He is the franchise. Got no issues there. I do have a little bit of an issue with the depth here. I like Tyson Bagent. Don't get me wrong. He's a good kid, and he's got talent. He's got potential. I like him. But can we get some experience in the room, please? Brett Rippon only started a handful of games. Austin Reed, rookie. Tyson Bagent, second year. Like, we don't have any experience. Even Caleb, again, rookie quarterback. I have made a video on this before, and I think I still agree with this. I'd like to bring in a veteran quarterback like a Ryan Tannehill. He's still out there. He's on the market. The reason I'm saying that is, look, if Caleb, God forbid, is out for a couple of games, not the season, that's different, but if he's out for a couple of games, do we trust Tyson Bagent to go ahead and hold down the fort? Now, he did do that last year, right? He played serviceable, but what about having a veteran quarterback like a Ryan Tannehill? Wouldn't you feel more comfortable there? I probably would. Now, again, I don't think this is an absolute must, but I just feel like it's not even from a playing standpoint. It's a, can we get some experience in the building to kind of mentor Caleb, right? Can we do that? Because Bagent's not going to be able to mentor Caleb. He's a second-year player. Neither will Brett Rippon or Austin Reed. Like, so that's mainly the reason why. It's like a teacher on the field, right? Having a mentor there. So to me, I would like to have some experience in the room here. You know, take Reed, put him on the practice squad. Brett Rippon doesn't need to make the roster. Get Ryan Tannehill in the building. Get a veteran quarterback in here. Get an adult in the room and have him help mentor Caleb. That's pretty much what I would think I would do at the quarterback position. All right, moving on. Running back. No complaints here. You got plenty of depth. Like them all. DeAndre Swift, your starter. Roschon Johnson, second-year running back. Khalil Herbert. And then you got Travis Homer there to round out that unit. I think you got versatility. You got speed. You got power. You got everything there. No issues. Running back is solid. Receiver, even more so. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Roe Badunze, the best 3 wide receivers on a team in the NFL, bar none. Now, take a look at the depth. You got Pettis and Tyler Scott and Velus Jones Jr. Not great, but honestly, folks, they won't play a lot, so we don't really need the depth. And again, if, God forbid, one of these guys suffer an injury, if DJ Moore is out, you still got Keenan, you still got Rome. If Rome is out, you still got DJ, you still got Keenan. If Keenan's out, you get my point. So plenty of depth here. I don't think we need to make another move at receiver. Tight end, feel pretty comfortable here. Starter, Cole Kmet. Backup, Gerald Everett. We're good there. Fullback, really, Kari Blasingame. You don't really need depth at fullback. And then we take a look at the offensive line. I'm pretty satisfied with the line. Now, again, at center, I would have loved to have more of an upgrade than Coleman Shelton. But we did get Ryan Bates, who can kind of swing in there, and maybe he starts at center. Who knows? But that's another one. You got Kieran Gaji that you picked up in the draft as a depth piece behind Braxton Jones. You still got, Ja'Tyre Carter there, Doug Kramer. Yeah, you could always use more offensive line depth. So if Ryan Poles decides to add, an offensive lineman in free agency just as a depth piece, wouldn't hate it. I think we could always use some offensive linemen. Moving over to the defense here. At your defensive ends, you got DeMarcus Walker, you got Montez Sweat, and then backing them up, Khalid Kareem, and then you got the rookie Austin Booker, and then Dominique Robinson as well. I would love to add another pass rusher here. I know Austin Booker was a great pickup in the draft, and I think he's got a lot of potential. But man, maybe bring back Yannick, maybe get a Rasheem Green, maybe get a Bud Dupree, get some more pass rushers in there. You can never have enough pass rushers. The two positions you can never have enough of: good pass rushers, good offensive linemen. So if Ryan Poles wants to continue to beef up both sides of the line, got no issues with it. I would encourage it. Okay. Take a look at the interior. You got Billings, you got Dexter, and then behind them you got Pickens there. Wouldn't mind another defensive tackle in there. But I'm not, unhappy with it. I think it's a solid group. Moving on to linebackers, TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, Jack Sanborn. Pretty happy there. We got some good starters and then, good depth pieces as well. The secondary, Jalen Johnson and Tyreek Stevenson as your corners, with Kyler Gordon and Terrell Smith backing them up. And then your safeties in Brisker and Kevin Byard, who you acquired in the offseason. I'm pretty happy with that secondary, man. That's a good group right there with some good depth. Obviously, special teams, you got Cairo Santos as your kicker, Torrey Taylor, the rookie punter that you drafted, Velus as your punt return to kick returner. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. And then Patrick Skills as your long snapper. So obviously, Velus could just be somebody else doing it. A Tyler Scott probably would be my choice, or a Pettis. But as far as going back to the depth pieces, right, I feel like we could add another pass rusher. We could add another defensive tackle. We could add another, offensive lineman. Again, just beef up the lines and then get some experience at quarterback. That's probably all I would do. If Ryan Poles decides to go into the season with this current group, I won't have any major issues. This is still a very good roster, good enough to make the playoffs, good enough to compete, good enough to surround Caleb with. But you could always add a few, tweaks here and there. So that's probably what I would do. So beef up the line, get some experience at quarterback. Should be all set for this upcoming season. Let me know what you guys think, man. Leave a comment down below. What moves would you make with this roster now that we have pretty much filled it out? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.